Alright, I got 4 blanks here made out of some stabilized cedar. I had a friend of mine that bought 4 of my pins the other day, so I'm going to make some more to replace them. So we're going to take them over there, we're going to cut them, drill them, and then glue the tubes in, and then we'll probably come back tomorrow and hit them with a barrel trimmer, turn them, and finish them. So y'all get to see the whole process from start to finish. So let's get started. Alright, now these little slimline kits come with a brass tube that's pretty smooth and ain't been roughed up. So you just take some, usually use about 150 grit sandpaper. Just rough it up. Alright, so I already roughed the rest of them up. Just enough to score it up some to give the glue enough to stick and clean off anything that may be on the surface. And normally, well, I always use this stick fast medium. It works good for me. I found it to work the best over the years. I've bought cheaper stuff and thin and thick and all that, but that medium just works best for all around, so that's all I buy anymore. You just put it on there kind of liberally all over. Put it in the hole, spinning, trying to get as much as you can down in the hole. That way everything's good and coated. And once you get down to where your fingers can't go no more, I just use a long wooden dowel I've sharpened up. Once this gets so much glue, I just stick it out there on the sander and sharpen it again. They make special insert tools for that, but they'll make a special tool for everything, and they'll try and sell you everything they can. Little wooden dowel, or even if you had just a number 2 pencil or something like that, something you could just whittle down if you needed to get all the glue off of. But you can take it to a point, that way when you get it down, just shove it right underneath the surface a little bit. That way whenever you put your barrel trimmer in it, you'll countersink your barrel trimmer. I'm going to go ahead and glue up the rest of them, and then we'll be ready. Alright, once you get that barrel trimmer done on the 7mm, you gotta look in here for a lip. On some of them it may be hard to see. There's a lip on that brass. You can take and just a 1/2 inch drill bit, and just knock that lip off. All the 7mm I've used will leave that lip, so in order for it to sit flush with your bushing, you need to take it off. And this only time I see this on that 7mm. So just take that off, and then you're ready to stick it on the lathe and start turning. And I like that cedar. That's a pretty wood. It's simple, easy to cut, lightweight, but once you stabilize it, you ain't got to worry about it getting damaged. It hardens it up some. I really enjoy that cedar. That cedar's some pretty wood. I like that stuff. love that cedar. Now, if y'all noticed on the earlier video, I used these little Teflon pieces. It was kind of tight on the first one, so I took a 1/4 inch drill bit, run through it, and loosened them up some, worked them back and forth, because the brand new ones they get on Amazon are a little tight, but once you take that 1/4 inch drill bit and just run it through there and loosen it up, then it works good. And then it leaves this little cone here for your glue, and then you just sand that off. I really love that cedar grain. I'm gonna go ahead and put this one together for y'all. Alright, putting this together, the first thing you want to do is clean up the glue on the ends, and I just got about 150 grit emery, and you just sand it down a little bit to get that excess glue off and get her down flush. Do both ends of it that way, and both ends of both pieces, and that'll clean it up good where everything will sit flush against there. They sell a little guided tool that has the 7mm on it to where you can slip it down, and a coarse bottom and to do this with, but for me this works just as good. Ain't no use buying a bunch of stuff if you don't need it. And first you want to put the tip in. Once it's in and this screws in, then you put the mid in. the bend. People call it different things. My terminology ain't always correct. I pulled it out too soon. And then you want to figure out where the top's going to be. I want to go there or there. That there looks like it lines up right. And you want to put the pocket clip in your, this is your click mechanism. Now they used to make it to where some of this plastic pieces was separate. And that was a kind of a pain to put in, but they have changed that now, so I'm glad to see that. Makes it a lot easier installing. Then you unscrew this screw part here. And you put in your ink. And one thing I want to mention, whenever you unbag this stuff and pour it out, you got to watch out. Sometimes these springs want to take off with you. When I poured this one out, getting ready for this shot, that spring took off and I have yet to find it, so I had to bastardize the set just to get spare parts, and that happens every now and again, especially with them springs. You get the spring in there. And you put the spring in here and put your click mechanism in there. And there you go. I like them. Okay, we've done 4 of these cedar pins and 4 different metal finishes, and I enjoy these little things. Like I say, there was a guy from church that wanted 4 cedar ones, so that's the 4 he chose. But usually I carry these around in 5 different finishes, and a lot of times with my different wood, I'll throw in one with some Odie's oil or friction polish because they have a different feel on it. And sometimes people like that, but with this cedar, I don't recommend that because it is such a soft wood. I have found that those finishes just don't stay with it. Whereas the CA glue kind of hardens it up and stiffens it up, and it will make it last a lot longer. But, you know, just if you like the video or like the pins, just give me a thumbs up. If you don't, you can give me a thumbs down. That's okay. Just leave me a comment. Tell me what I did wrong and what I can improve. And you can subscribe to my channel. I continue to make some of the same old stuff and some of the new stuff, and I'll put on whatever I make on there. So just tell me what you think about it, and I will catch y'all on the next one.